Hey, Tim.
Hey, Greg.
How's it going?
Fantastic.
Nice. This might be the first time that we are like making an episode like within 24 hours. We have to get it out. We're usually a little
bit more ahead of schedule, but this is more timely. It'll be like right before it actually hits.
That's true. Yeah.
So we, as we mentioned before, we live on the East Coast and the Middle Atlantic states, and that entire region got hit with a pretty solid snowstorm this past weekend.
18 inches.
Yeah.
My back is still killing me.
Yeah. Despite actually getting my snowblower to work and run and be able to get rid of the majority of it, still a fair amount of shoveling that has to be done. And the 50-year-old back, it doesn't take much for it to be upset.
And, we put the cars in the garage. And my wife went to work today for the first time since Friday. Yeah. And, I'm in my pajamas. And she comes upstairs. She's like, I can't get the car out of the garage. And so sure enough, all this snow had accumulated like right in front of the garage door. And so here I am in my pajamas shoveling this ice and snow out of the way so she can back out. So a good way to start the day. Yeah. A little cardio.
Yeah. Although it does remind me, Lee sent me a video of, it's like a plow that you attach to the back of your car. So you just open up your garage door and then you plow the snow, in reverse.
Sign me up, man.
Yeah. And then my daughter sent me one. It's an attachment for your weed whacker. That's like a 12-inch wide snow blower attachment for like a battery powered weed whacker.
Okay.
I was like, all right, maybe I need to up my game and have a couple more. I got 12 shovels, a snow blower, and I was using the leaf blower, trying to clean off some of the early powder. So
that was really helpful for me because I went out twice because we had so much, and I knew that once it get to a certain point, the leaf blower is not going to be able to push it. Yeah. So it worked great, and I'm so glad I did because I don't know about here because I know we're a little different elevation, but right after all that fluffy nice stuff, we got that nice
the ice coating
right on top. So glad I did that because it would have made everything so much heavier.
Yeah, I did it. I think I used the snowblower. I think it was 3 times.
Okay.
And the last one was on Monday morning when it was just that coating, and it took like 2 or 3 passes to actually get it off of the driveway.
Get it up and out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. Anything else good happening?
I mean, not really. When you work from home, you don't get off. It's not like I get a snow day or anything like that. So
yeah,
I've been working.
Same.
Yeah. A little disappointed about the Super Bowl matchup. Is kind of like, who cares at this point?
A little bit. Really. Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to be a bit of a hater to the Patriots.
Yeah, clearly.
And I don't know. I mean, I have like no feelings on the Seahawks. Like, I mean, I guess it's sort of a redemption for Darnold. He actually is making it to the Super Bowl, but I don't know.
I know another former Jets quarterback that found his glory somewhere else.
Yeah, totally.
That's the thing about the Seattle. It's just such a good overall team with good coaching. I don't even think they have, other than that wide receiver. I mean, they're just a solid defensively, minded team, which is a great football team, but boring as heck to watch, man.
Yeah. I mean, I'll watch it because it's a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But I don't have any care really about it one way or the other, except that it's weird because I don't really like the Patriots because of, the evil empire that they were, but it seems like Drake May is actually kind of like a decent dude.
I know, you hate saying it, right?
Like, I mean, I don't know, but
yeah. No, sorry, I can't do it just yet. Well, they need to stink for another half a decade at least.
Yeah, but I mean, sports related. I mean, pitchers and catchers show up in about a month and a half.
That's right. Yeah. Less than that.
Is it now? Yeah. Because we're January's almost over. Yeah. I'm still living in the past. Like January just started.
You're living in the past, man. Yeah. I saw a funny meme, and it was like who people are rooting for the Super Bowl, and there's a little green circle in Seattle. It says Seahawks, and then there's a little blue circle over New England, very tiny for the Patriots, and then the rest of it is a weird shade of blue, and it says waiting for MLB to start.
That's pretty good. Probably pretty accurate. Yeah. There's been a little bit of off-season action in the major leagues. I mean,
a little bit.
The Mets have made probably about 4 or 5 moves.
Oh yeah. Some pricey additions, but I'm just the Dodgers. Ugh. Bad taste in my mouth, and they're probably going to win it again. I'll just go out on a limb and say that. But
yeah, and the Phillies, they're just running it back with. I mean, they're going to bring a couple of their young kids up, and hopefully they can actually do something. But based on Philly's past experience with bringing up young players, it's been about, I don't know, 15 years since they've actually brought someone up that did something. So,
well, when you run it back, when running it back means going to the playoffs. Come on,
Well, and the Philadelphia fandom has gotten spoiled by the fact that they've had after I think it was 11 years of not making the playoffs. Now they've repeatedly just keep going back. But it's like expectations just, getting to the, and then just every year getting a little bit worse is not
kind of tough. Yeah.
But still, it makes for, fun baseball, at least when they're winning. And, when they're just losing game after game after game, it's hard to watch. So.
I mean, it's easier to be a Phillies fan than a Mets fan. So you got that going for you.
Yeah, I guess so. So here we are. It is just about the end of January.
Yeah.
We've been talking about some different ideas for what we want to do here in the 2026 Latch-Key Dads end of season 4.
That's it. Yeah.
So I think we're going to talk about some Saturday morning cartoons today.
I mean, it's amazing. We really haven't talked about this before. I mean, when we did our top 10 lists, we talked about after school cartoons, which are completely different. Mm-hmm. So we thought we'd dive a little into some of our favorite Saturday morning cartoons.
That's right. Yeah. So I found this kind of fun. I think it was just one person who had kept all of their TV guides. And so they made a webpage with all the Saturday morning cartoons through the 80s. Even like, from 8 a.m. all the way through 11:30. So they have all the listings of what was playing.
Wow.
So I thought we could start off. It'd be kind of fun if you want to pick a year in the 80s, and I'll give you the rundown of maybe not all of them, because there's a lot, but just some of the high points.
I love it.
Ones.
Yeah.
So what year would you like?
All right. Before we do that, I want to give you ask you a question, Tim. What year was the first Saturday morning cartoon?
I'm gonna say 1958.
1949 to 1950. Crusader Rabbit was the first made-for-TV cartoon.
Wow.
Yeah. And how about the first dedicated Saturday morning?
I'm going to stick with 1958.
You like that year?
No. I'll go, since you said the first one was 1949, I'll say 1952.
1955.
Okay.
And it was Mighty Mouse Playhouse.
Okay.
So just to give you an idea of the perspective of how long this had been going on. So, okay. So now let's fast forward, 25 years.
Okay.
And I'll go with, let's just kick it off. What was going on in 1980?
Okay. So right at 8 in the morning, you had the Super Friends, Mighty Mouse, Heckle and Jekyll.
Oh, yeah.
Super Globetrotters.
Oh, my gosh.
And that was in the spring. So those were your shows starting at 8 o'clock in the spring.
Okay.
And then the Super Globetrotters were only a half an hour. So then at 8:30, Casper and the Angels came on.
I don't remember that one.
Then at 9 o'clock, you had Plastic Man, Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner, and then Fred and Barney Meet the Shmoo.
Was the Shmoo the weird, glob thing?
I think so, yeah.
Right? Yeah. Oh, my gosh. That's an unlocked memory right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then those were all hour long. So then at 10:30, it was Scooby and Scrappy Doo, Popeye, and Daffy Duck. Then at 11, Daffy Duck was only half an hour. You had Get Off Your Block. And then at 11:30, you had Kids World, Fat Albert, and The News came on. So a lot of those, though, I mean, I know I was young, but some of those did carry on, through the years.
Yeah.
But a lot of classics in there.
I mean, we talked about, well, I thought Fat Albert was the best, Yeah. I don't know. Something was so cool about living in a junkyard and...
Yeah, it was just, and the characters, all the characters combined were just fun.
Mushmouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. And just to confirm what you said about the Shmoo, it was like a white blob with legs and no arms. And it looked almost like a cat face, kind of with whiskers, but no nose, just eyes and mouth. But yeah, I remember the shmoo.
Yeah. Isn't that generic Hanna-Barbera like cartoon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah. So,
any favorites in there?
I mean, I feel like Super Friends always had like, I don't know. I think it ran for a lot of years, and that was one of there was always something fun about the Super Friends.
Oh, and I think there was a later version where it was like I was thinking like the All-Star Game where you had like all the best like the heroes and then all the evil guys in the swamp, and they would like try to like work together, and of course they never were able to pull it off, and it was great. Remember the Wonder Twin powers?
Oh yeah,
activate.
It's like one of the great Gen X things where it's like she would become an eagle and he'd become a bucket of water.
Meanwhile, Superman's just standing around,
Yeah. So I did find one interesting thing about the Super Friends, and that was that Casey Kasem was one of the voice actors for that.
Okay.
He was the voice of Robin.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
And then Ted Knight, does that name ring a bell?
It does.
In, Caddyshack and a couple other things.
The bad guy, right? The antagonist. Yeah.
He was the voice of the Flash.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That was kind of fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. That just kind of reminded me, and I know this is not an 80s cartoon, but I loved Scooby-Doo. And when Scooby-Doo had the crossovers with Batman and Robin, it was even better, right?
Yeah.
Like the Harlem, like I'm just thinking these cartoons you just mentioned, the Harlem Globetrotters were guest stars, Batman and Robin were guest stars. I love that.
Yeah. One of the ones that were listed there was the Scooby and Scrappy. Ew. And I feel like Scrappy, like they tried really hard to turn him into something that people would love, and I just feel like every time he comes up, people are always like, no, I hate Scrappy.
I mean, he's even Gabe universally the despised cartoon character. I mean, even so that in the live action Scooby-Doo movies, they made him the villain. It was great.
It's pretty funny. And I did see something recently that there were talks of redoing another live action Scooby-Doo.
I love it.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see if they actually do it.
Yeah.
And there was, it was probably just somebody did it with AI, but it was the 4 of the characters from Stranger Things. They were going to cast the 4 of them to be in the new Scooby-Doo, which they kind of fit, but it was probably just AI. So.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know. I've seen a lot of that on my feed. Like this movie that you loved, and they're like part 2, and you're like, wait a minute, that's just AI. Somebody just Yeah.
There's it's a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie based off of the characters from the first live action one where they were, like puppets from Jim Henson. That they were going to bring those back and do another movie in that style.
I would love it.
And it looked pretty legit.
Yeah.
So I'll be curious to see if that's actually real or if it was just made up.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
The last version of them, it was so bad.
Yeah,
it
just
was
over the top.
Yeah. Not good stuff.
Yeah. So back to the cartoons. Any others that stick out for you?
From that list, I mean, I do remember them, but not. I mean, I was only 5, so vague memories. Yeah. So,
What about ones that were more of your favorites that were later on in the 80s?
Oh my gosh! Well, one of my favorites was Dungeons and Dragons, which was just as a little kid, it was great. And I think one of the things that was so cool about Saturday morning cartoons is you weren't overly saturated with them like the weekday cartoons.
Yeah.
You had to wait a whole week to get another 30 minutes of your favorite. So that kind of added a little more to the, anticipation and excitement about it. I don't know if they were maybe better, but there was just fewer of them. So you just look forward to them. So Dungeons and Dragons, I thought was really cool. That was always one of my favorites. How about you?
It's kind of funny because when I think about the Saturday morning, aside from there were so many that I loved that were the after school ones, I think Smurfs was probably one of the ones that we watched the most, which, by default, you kind of like the show.
Yep.
But what I didn't realize is that, we talked about how early some of the cartoons started back in the 50s and stuff like that. The Smurfs were actually created back in 58.
Really?
Yeah. It was a Belgian comic artist named, I'm probably saying this wrong, but Peyo, I think is.
Okay.
That's how I'm saying it.
Yeah. Peyo. That's right.
Yeah. And it was originally appearing in a comic called The Flute with 6 Holes. So kind of a weird beginning to it, but yeah, I mean, Smurfs was we watched it every Saturday, and it was fun,
I remember because the Smurfs started with a movie, and I think you just, by saying that with the 6 holes, I think it was called Smurfs and the Magic Flute.
I think you're right, yeah.
That was kind of like a movie, but then they would break it up into segments or whatever, and it was a different animation style because I think all the Smurfs looked identical.
Okay.
But when you got to, what we remember as the Saturday morning cartoons, they definitely had like a pencil behind the ear and weightlifting guy, and it became more pronounced as the individuals.
Mm-hmm. That was fun though. We liked it.
Oh yeah. Now I'm going to start off with some of the lesser known ones.
Okay.
Because these are the ones, again, the rarity made them. You really, really like them. So I'm going to throw some at you here. See if you remember any of these. Battle of the Planets.
Ooh, that one I don't remember. No.
Okay, they were these 5 pilots, and like you'll see a similar theme here because I think it was all Japanese inspired, if I'm correct. But this one was like a very pointy starship, and they wore these hawk masks.
Okay,
and they very pointy looking, like almost they're all like bird like. They had, when they would fight, they had like kind of wings underneath their arms.
Yeah, this sounds kind of familiar now. Yeah,
right. Yeah. So I remember that one vaguely. Then there was Voltron.
Of course.
The old school Voltron.
Yeah,
None of this, newer stuff. That one was so good.
Yeah.
Star Blazers. You remember Star Blazers with the ship, right? And I don't know. I wish I could find. I should go look for these, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was good. And then finally, I mentioned this before, Robotech.
Sure. Yeah.
And they were so random, like it was so hard to find them that it almost created like a lore as a kid. Mm-hmm. So they were kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very sci-fi based.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you remember, this was, I think, right after the Ghostbusters movie came out, they made the cartoon, the real Ghostbusters cartoon.
Absolutely.
So I don't think as a kid I'd put it together, but the fact that they called it the real Ghostbusters seems weird now, that it wasn't just Ghostbusters. Yeah. So apparently that was because of legal battles, that they were trying to use the same name, and I don't know if they didn't get permission first or something like that. So they put the real in front of it to like get through whatever this legal issue was. And they also changed the characters that were Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd because of like likeness rights, that they didn't want to have to pay the actors for like looking too similar. And then this last one I thought was really funny, that Ernie Hudson actually auditioned for Winston's voice.
Yeah.
And didn't get his own role. So that's kind of mean.
That is like, terrible.
You're the actual actor in the actual movie, and you try out for the cartoon, and they don't give it to you. That's pretty bad.
That's pretty sad, man.
Yeah. But I remember, watching that show.
Oh, I love that show. Yeah, Slimer and yeah.
And I think they wrote it in such a way that it kind of like picked up where the movie left off. That it carried on.
Yeah,
they just continued the, I guess, career of being a Ghostbuster.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. I like that one. Do you remember now? So I actually remember this. The cartoon. Remember you just said it was the real Ghostbusters. So there was this awful cartoon called the Ghostbusters. And if I give you a hint, you'll go, oh yeah, I remember that. It was a monkey. One of them was a big, large monkey.
I don't think I did enough drugs to remember that one.
No, it's real. I promise. We'll have to. I'll find a clip and I'll send you a clip of the Ghostbusters with the monkey and.
So was that like a Saturday morning thing?
Or pretty. Yeah. That I don't remember.
Okay.
But
yeah, maybe when I see it, it'll trigger the memory.
Like, oh my gosh,
yeah, I don't remember a monkey.
Not like a little monkey, but like an ape, more like a gorilla.
So a King Kong crossover.
Yeah.
So do you remember Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a child of the 80s.
So I thought this was interesting, like on the heels of Ernie Hudson not being the voice of Winston.
Sure.
Hulk Hogan was not the voice of Hulk Hogan.
Really?
It was Brad Garrett. I don't know if that name rings a bell.
Isn't
Robert Barone from Everybody Loves Raymond. He was the voice of Hulk on that cartoon. So
Hulk was too busy?
I guess, yeah.
That's funny because I never thought, oh, that's not Hulk Hogan. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I bought into it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, I have to go back and listen to some of the YouTube clips of it to see,
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And I remember because they had the good guys and the bad guys, and they would drive a car around or some weird stuff.
Yeah, there was a lot of driving around in cars.
All right, how about this one? Thundar the Barbarian.
Oh yeah, Thundar was clutch.
Clutch, right? With that weird, again, monkey-looking thing.
Yeah,
with
it? I want to say he was a mook or a mock or
dude. That sounds
like that.
That sounds close.
I think it was like MOK. It was like whatever that thing was. I can't remember if they called it I don't know. Mook seems.
That sounds about right to me.
Yeah,
it was like the discount Chewbacca.
Yeah, like he was big and he had like a mane almost, but like a pointier, almost like bird face. I think. Yeah. Thundar was great.
Yes, that is awesome. All right, I'm gonna pull one up here. Give me a second. You tell me about one of your favorites, and I want to see if I can find. I should have pulled this up before. I bet you that this intro is gonna unlock some core memories for you here. Okay.
All right, so I think one of the other ones that we watched, and it sort of was in line with like Super Friends, was there was a Spider-Man cartoon in the morning. I think it was Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends
with
yes, with
Iceman and the girl with the fire.
Yeah,
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and Madam Web was part of that too. And
what's that?
It was there's actually they recently, I want to say it was a show, Madam Web, that was on Disney Plus.
Okay.
Anyway, Stan Lee's wife was the voice of Madam Web on that show, which I
cool.
thought was kind of cool.
Oh, that is very cool.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for this intro?
I am ready.
All right, hold on. Let me get this set up. It might play a commercial, but... You know this?
It sounds really familiar. Yeah. It's got the Subaru Brat in it. Yeah.
Kid video.
Yeah.
It's got the live action band going playing that song, and then they get like sucked into the TV.
Yeah. And I mean, as a kid, it didn't, with the Subaru Brat in that like lead in, it was cool, but it didn't make as much of a connection to me as like going back and watching it later in life and be like, oh, that's my car, the yellow Subaru Brat. But yeah, that was I think recently somebody sent that to me, and it was like, you say the core memory unlocked, like seeing that, I was like, oh my gosh, like, yeah.
Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
So one of the things I knew it happened, but I didn't realize the volume was how many they would take like adult TV shows or adult movies and turn them into kid cartoons. Yeah. There was a Rambo one.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully no 8-year-old, which a lot of us saw it anyway, had seen Rambo. The Karate Kid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Teen Wolf.
Yeah. Teen Wolf was bad.
Punky Brewster.
Yeah.
The Dukes.
Uh-huh. Yep.
You remember that one?
Yeah.
And Bigfoot and the Muscle Machine. So they turned what do you remember those big trucks? What do they call those?
Like a monster truck.
A monster truck into a cartoon as well.
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
Yeah.
We loved monster trucks. Like we actually went to tractor pulls and like monster truck venues. And,
yeah.
That was fantastic.
There was a Laverne and Shirley cartoon, man.
Well, it's funny because I saw that listed and I was like, was that a cartoon or was it just that they were playing Laverne and Shirley at 8:30 in the morning or whatever? But so there's a Laverne and Shirley cartoon.
Yeah.
Wow, I totally forgot that. So was there a Mork and Mindy cartoon too?
I bet. I mean, I don't have that on my list, but
it's listed in the TV guide that there was the Mork and Mindy. So I got to look that up actually.
Yeah, a Police Academy cartoon.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Camp Candy, John Candy.
That's crazy.
Camp Candy. Yeah.
Okay, so you're right. It was a combo. It was Mork and Mindy, Laverne and Shirley, and the Fonz Hour cartoon.
Oh, okay.
So they mashed them all into one cartoon. That's funny. So 1982 is when that ran. That's wild. One season on ABC.
Okay. Kids weren't interested in Laverne and Shirley as a cartoon?
Shafiel, Shafazel, House and Pepper Incorporated.
All right, let's pick another year.
Okay.
All right, let's go a little more 85. Let's go dead center in the 80s.
Do you want spring or fall?
Well, we did spring last time.
All right, we'll do fall.
Let's do fall.
Okay, so we got Super Friends.
Again?
Still killing it.
Oh, wow.
Shirt Tails.
Oh, my gosh. Would the shirts would say stuff or something like that?
Yeah, I think that's right. I'm going to look that one up real quick.
I think they were little animals or something, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was like little... Yeah, they were in like a little car that was a 3-wheeler.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. There was it looks like a badger, maybe a panda, a monkey, a tiger, and I don't know, maybe a possum or something like that. Yeah, the monkey is the one I think that sticks out to me the most. Bogey, Rick, Digger, Tig.
It's a long name.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Okay.
We had the Snorks.
Oh, the Snorks. They were like Smurfs underwater.
Yeah. Total ripoff. The Get Along Gang.
Get Along Gang. That sounds familiar. More animals, I think.
I think you might be right. So the Get Along Gang, it was a moose.
Yeah.
A lamb.
Oh, I don't remember.
A bear. Yeah, it's a bunch of little animals. All right, let's see what else we have. Pink Panther and Sons.
That's a 70s one, though. I'm pretty sure.
The Get Along Gang?
No.
Or Pink Panther?
Right, wasn't Pink Panther? Or unless it was a new version.
Well, it says Pink Panther and Sons, so I think it was like a reboot.
Could have been
Mighty Orbots. Remember that one?
No. Do you?
No.
Okay. I don't feel so bad.
Muppet Babies.
Oh, I did like Muppet Babies. Yeah.
Smurfs. Saturday Supercade.
That sounds familiar. Was it?
I'll check that one too. Turbo Teen.
That was one I wanted to mention to you. The kid that turns into a car. It's the stupidest show.
Oh, the Supercade. They were all the characters from video games. So it was like
yes,
Donkey Kong,
Pac-Man, right?
Q*bert, and I think Pac-Man had his own show.
Oh, okay.
But there was like the Frog from Frogger and
nice.
Yeah, so it was a lot of characters from
that sounded familiar.
Yeah. What else do we have? Dragon's Lair.
I wish I had no idea that existed.
Yeah, I think we watched that. I do remember that. The Littles.
I did like the Littles. They were cool.
Mr. T.
Of course. You got to have Mr. T.
Let's see. Best of Scooby-Doo, Incredible Hulk and Spider-Man, and Alvin and the Chipmunks. Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I did really like Alvin and the Chipmunks for some weird reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, it was just fun.
Yeah.
Always getting into trouble.
Here's one that I have written down. Let's see if you remember this one. Let's base a cartoon off of a toy puzzle. Rubik, the Amazing Cube.
I do remember that, yeah.
It's like a cube with a head, right?
That's funny. Yeah. Okay, so I don't remember watching this one. I'm probably not surprised that I wasn't made to watch it because of the whole clown thing. Do you remember Little Clowns of Happy Town?
No, I do not. I have repressed that memory, Tim.
Yeah. So that was a little bit later on. That was from 87 to 88.
Okay.
So we were a little bit older, so probably was sort of off of our radar.
Yeah.
Because it was probably geared to little kids. But it included characters including Big Top, Hiccup, and their pet elephant, Rover.
Oh.
And it aimed to promote positive attitudes among children. It's a real gem.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Speaking of, Gem
and the holograms.
The holograms, right? Yeah. Didn't they come out with a live-action movie not that long ago?
If they did, I'm gonna have to find that.
Or did I? Or am I fever dreaming then?
That and the Ghostbusters with the giant ape. Yeah.
I'm gonna prove that's real, Tim.
That's funny.
All right, here's an obscure one for you. The Drac Pack. It was a Hanna-Barbera, and it was monsters. So it was Dracula, the Mummy, Frankenstein, but they were the good guys. It wasn't like that, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the Drac Pack. That was always a fun one.
Did you watch it? Or
I mean, I remembered watching. I couldn't tell you much about it, but I did like it.
While you were sharing that, I did look it up. There is a show, Ghostbusters, with a giant ape.
Yes.
It does not look familiar.
It doesn't look familiar?
No, but it ran in 86. Yeah, and it was The Ghostbusters, not to be confused with Columbia Pictures film. So it was just like a complete ripoff of the name and then just made up other characters.
They must have like filed like some kind of like years ago of like some kind of patent on the on the idea, and then they tried to say
yeah. It's really funny that they just used the same name and made up different characters.
How about a little Heathcliff?
The original orange cat that got into trouble.
Yeah. And it's funny because I should have looked this up, but because it was one of those cartoons where the first 15 minutes was Heathcliff. And I wasn't a big Heathcliff fan, but the second 15 minutes was the Alley Cats or something like that. Do you remember that?
Kind of. Now that you're mentioning it, it seems kind of.
It was like familiar. I'm gonna look it up real quick here.
Well, and that does remind me though of obviously Heathcliff was the originator, but then there was Garfield and Friends that came years later.
Yeah. There's the intro. There it is. I don't know. I found a still picture, but when I show you the still picture, the Alley Cats, I think they were called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I think they were the Alley Cats. Oh, Cadillac Cats.
Cadillac Cats.
There you go. Good stuff here, Tim.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the TV guide, and it looks like some of the ones that you mentioned were later on. So that's when they brought in Camp Candy.
Okay.
That was 89.
I don't remember that, by the way. That was just from a list.
There was Alf Tales, which I can only assume.
Oh, my gosh.
Because I remember the Alf cartoon.
Yeah.
The Karate Kid cartoon was also in 89. California Raisins.
Weren't you a big California Raisins guy?
Yeah, I did like that cartoon. I like the Christmas one that was the claymation too.
Oh, okay.
It says Mary Tyler Moore. Was there a Mary Tyler Moore cartoon?
Oh my gosh.
I gotta look that one up and see. It is weird that they just took so many things that were not. Yeah, Mary Tyler Moore cartoon.
Here's one for you. Talk about weird things that made a cartoon. New Kids on the Block.
Ooh.
Had a cartoon.
That's funny.
NKOTP, Tim.
Yeah. That's really funny. All right. I think I might have been misinformed about Mary Tyler Moore being a cartoon. There's some still images and stuff, but I think it was just people just made cartoons of her, but it doesn't look like it was an actual kids cartoon. So
Okay.
I think that might have just been they were running the Mary Tyler Moore show during the Saturday mornings. So
many great cartoons, man. It's just so crazy to think about the sheer volume. I mean, we could go every year and be like, oh, this and this. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's
fun.
Fun.
Very cool memory. Walk down memory lane, Tim. I'm going to go look up the Ghost Space Busters now.
Seriously.
Watch an episode. I think I just wanted to mention one more thing, which was I think we all noticed that, cartoons took a different turn with the educational programming sort of kind of mixed in due to the Children's Television Act. Yeah. There was always the stuff that was in between. So I wanted to see if you remembered any of these. And I know you're going to, right? So we'll start off with the biggest one for Generation X, Schoolhouse Rock.
Of course.
I mean, how does a bill become a law? I'm just a bill. I'm sitting on Capitol Hill.
That's fantastic, Greg.
Right?
You're holding that one back
I know.
for 101 episodes.
And I'm sure you know this, One to Grow On, of course.
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox, Jason Bateman, some Mr. T, right? Yeah. Those are pretty good, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. How about this, though? You remember Smokey the Bear?
Of course.
How about this? This was a little bit later. The Read More About It.
Yeah, I remember that.
They're like, if you'd like to know more about blah, 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 you can go to your local library and read more about it. Right? And I'll finish. Oh, wait, one more. Wait, two more. Sorry. Slim Goodbody.
Of course. Yeah.
The weirdo in the see-through jumpsuit, right?
Yeah.
Who's, I think, in this area, right? Isn't he like a New York?
I think we looked him up, and he's not too far, and he does have contact information. So maybe we should follow up on that again and see if we get Slim Goodbody on.
I think that would be amazing. And then finally, the one of, and I think this was a 70s one, but it played well into the 80s, Timer. Time for Timer, that weirdo yellow guy with the cane.
Yeah.
With exercise or make fruit punch in your freezer, right? I
think it was like orange juice, and he'd show you how to make all this stuff.
Yeah.
I remember him. Yeah.
So all those fun educational things that came out, to go along with it, that still sit in the recess of our memories.
Yeah. Well, we might have to pair this episode with one where we talk about all the commercials that were playing in between all these.
There you go.
There were some gems.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like the stranger danger ones that freaked you, like scared you as a child.
Yeah. Seriously.
Well, before we end, I did look this up, and I don't want to end on a sour note, but I figured, the chapter of Saturday morning cartoons is closed. Mm-hmm. The last time Saturday morning cartoons ran was on the CW network, September 27th, 2014.
Wow. That's crazy. It's been 12 years since there was a lineup on Saturday morning.
Of Saturday morning cartoons. And would you like to hear the very last Saturday morning cartoon lineup, Tim?
Sure. Let's go.
All right. At 7 a.m., Cubics, Robots for Everyone.
Okay.
At 8, Sonic X.
I'm guessing that was related to Sega's Sonic character.
Yeah, that's what I would think. At 8:30, Bolts and Blip.
Come on, Greg. You weren't watching that? No. Get up early Saturday morning.
9 a.m., The Spectacular Spider-Man.
Nice. Kept it rolling.
At 10 o'clock, we had Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Okay.
At 10:30, we had Digimon Fusion. At 11 o'clock, Yu-Gi-Oh! Rulers of the Duel.
Well, it seems like that type of cartoon was kind of filling out the afternoon portion of it. Yeah.
And the very last Saturday morning cartoon to run until we buy a television network and start it up again.
Yeah.
So for all you trivia people, it was Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal.
Okay.
You're not going to remember that, Tim.
Probably not. I'll be at trivia night in a week from now. They'll be like, what is it? I'll be like, I have no idea. Zexal. Zexal. Say it 5 times. Zexal, Zexal. That's pretty crazy, though. Yeah. That it... obviously it makes sense with, streaming and everything, that it just doesn't have the same draw. Kids can watch whatever they want, whenever they want. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
But it was a great time to be alive, Tim.
It was.
Bowl full of sugar. 7 a.m. Yeah, every Saturday.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. Well, there it is. Yeah. Saturday morning cartoons in the 80s.
Nice. Can't get enough Latch-Key Dad content? Well, check out latchkeydads.com.
That's right, Greg. On our website, we've got a plethora of photos from each episode, as well as other interesting links to content that we talk about on the show.
Yeah, Tim, I really enjoy all the pictures that you put up there, as they really bring the episode home.
Yeah, I guess I'm not afraid to show those embarrassing photos of my childhood. So, we encourage you to check out the website, latchkeydads.com, for all that content.
Excellent. And if you have a moment, check out our shop page, where we've got really cool keychains for sale. If you don't know what to get your dad for Christmas, the holidays, Father's Day, birthday, check it out. It's a cool gift. Tim, did you know that listeners should like, review, and subscribe to the Latch-Key Dads podcast?
No. But now I know.
Knowing is half the battle.